Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Irish Esports Collegiate Series. We are here for week two. No Rocket League last week. Of course, hope everyone had a good St. Patrick's Day, but we are back on Tuesday for Rocket League, and we've completed our preliminary tournament. Now we're into week two of the Premier Division. Open is also running concurrently with it. So today we have two games for you as per usual. First game is going to be SETU, who I think kind of goes without saying, Gib, and Trinity. And I'm Jacko, by the way, for those who don't know. So SETU versus Trinity. We have, of course, on the teams, we have Tomster, Panda, and I believe we're, waiting for Shallow. And we have Nuss, who is playing under Sundry, Jamingo, and someone that we haven't met before, but I believe called Splick, who was also Blaze. So they're replacing Waffle, and Fusical as well, who's another sub. So new person to see on the Trinity team tonight. So let's see if they can come up against Setu, of course, who came into this at seed number 2, but of course it would be hard to rank them other than the top team after their dominant performance in previous seasons.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Splick fits into the team of Trinity. Bearing in mind that we have seen many a showdown between these two teams, it'll be interesting to see whether they will be able to shake things up a little bit. Throw a spanner in the works for Setu, but just waiting on one more Setu player. But Jacko, I'm gonna throw you the age old question that casters and commentators hate to answer. Who do you think may take home the win in this best of five?
I think obviously it goes without saying more than likely. I would say any day it would probably be Setu, but I'm even doubling down on why it is Setu because those who don't follow Rocket League Esports, Tomster from Setu actually made day 3 of RLCS qualifiers 2 days ago on Sunday. I believe he won out of his Swiss games need to win 3. He only won 1 out of the 3, but he faced teams, for example, like Carmine Corp in that as well. So he's on a good run at the moment. So if Setu wasn't already good enough, Tomster is on a generational run at the moment. So he's pushing to make a main event for Rocket League this season as we are into Open 4, I believe now. But nevertheless, I do think it is going to be Setu taking this, but I'm interested to see what Splick can offer. He is replacing Waffle, who is, of course, high-ranking player as well, Supersonic Legend ranking. So it's going to be interesting to see what rank he comes in at. We're going to probably know fairly quickly whether or not he will be able to keep up with the level of the lobby. So I'm going to go Setu, but you never know. We have an unknown quantity thrown in, so we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, the unknown variable is definitely throwing me off a little bit. It could be a good thing for Trinity, but it could also be a bad thing. We've seen many a time the dream team of Waffle and Nuss, when it links up for them, it really works, and Jamingo is just the cherry on top of that icing for them. But yeah, Splick, some big shoes to fill possibly this evening. But I think you might be right in that Setu are gonna take the cake on this one. Again, just waiting for
Shallow, I
Shallow.
believe.
We're gonna shame it. We're gonna name and shame Shallow here for not showing up on time.
I think we have a few minutes, but just to mention, I think it goes without saying, Setu and the achievements that they have. So maybe we focus a little bit on Trinity. For those not familiar with the Irish Rocket League scene, Nos, relatively new player, but has joined the scene studying in Trinity, of course, from the US. Splick, we don't know, and Jamingo as well, long-time member of Oral Ireland. I think everyone is in here, but Jamingo, of course, is a RLI LAN winner of Cork 2021, the first LAN event that I was at. So he's got some capabilities here as Shallow does join in. We're waiting for Tomster to join the lobby, and he is in here, and Jamingo will capitalize on that opportunity. And Yeah, even though Tomster said they were ready to go, he was indeed the last to join the game. So, nevertheless, here it doesn't matter. I don't think Jamingo will be too unhappy about that one. He will take this early lead here in game number 1.
Yeah, he's gonna be searching for more goals, trying to pile on that pressure. Tom getting a nice touch off the backboard, playing it down towards Nuss, who's gonna cut that ball nice. And back to Jamingo once again. Panda chasing down that ball, bringing it into the corner, stealing that boost, and Jamingo trying to pinch it out towards a teammate, but Panda getting in the way of that, gonna send it down to TCD's side. Now Shallow gets a touch to it, Nuss managing to stop the danger, but double commit there from TCD. Splick left in a position there. Not quite ideal, but not punished for it just yet. Shallow taking a nice touch off the wall. Doesn't quite have the boost to follow through on it. Panda plays it back for Tom. Tom not quite connecting with it. Shallow sends it towards the back wall, and Jamingo there to stop the danger for the time being.
Yeah, not much to note too far besides that early goal from Jamingo. Splick with only one touch of the ball so far, so not much to note from him. Earlier saw him kind of play off the rotation quite well, so maybe have some ball knowledge, which is always good to see in this lobby. You're not going to want to be trying to learn the game as you go in this lobby. Nuss now looking to follow that one up. Jamingo trying to get a touchdown. And the interesting thing about Jamingo is Jamingo's a very mechanical player. He's known for, I think, in the speedrunning community as well. So he's a very interesting player, multi-talented. But SETU now will take their first goal here of the series. Splick end up passing it back to Tomster, and Jamingo can't read that one on the wall as Tomster now, of his great run this weekend, adds his first to the tally of this series. Best of 5, of course, first game here of the night before we move on after this. But now we go back to the game. Tomster trying to go low here. Shallow tries to hit it up, but Nuss now takes it up off the back wall. He's got to hit it over to the side. He's got an aerial it through. Now Panda is trying to get that boost in the back left corner. Doesn't get it. Jamingo, though, beats out Shallow in the corner. That one's got a big straight to the middle for Jamingo, and Shallow did not read that one in the corner. Just not. Jamingo bangs into the corner, and Shallow, unusual from him to miss that read, and leaves an open net for Jamingo. 2-1 here now to TCD.
Yeah, Jamingo just waiting patiently for that ball to drop back down to him, and not going to miss from that distance. Nuss trying to get something going, but Shallow going to make the stop, and Splick sent in a shot, but once again, SETU just making sure nothing gets past them for the time being. Still down by 1 goal for the time being, but Nuss trying to get something going once again. Panda gets a nice 50 on that one. Splick not quite able to capitalize on the ball towards him. Jamingo going to play that out to the corner. Panda coming in strong with that challenge, and Nuss trying to get a touch to it, trying to make sure the danger is averted for the time being. Back to Shallow now. Tries to go for a nice double. Tom was in TCD's goal. Not quite sure what he was doing there, but it didn't harm them too much. Jamingo takes a touch. Back to Tom now. Takes it up in the air. Plays it over Splick. And Jamingo swooping in just in the nick of time to make sure a goal wasn't conceded. Panda getting a touch to it. Back to Splick it goes. Who's very low boost a lot of this game, I've noticed. Shallow takes a touch to it. Back wall, Nuss waiting there patiently. Panda taking it off of Nuss. Not getting bumped too badly. Plays it back to Splick in the TCD corner there. Panda waiting for that touch, bringing it up into the air. Nuss up to meet him, gets the bump, and Tom gonna intercept that, and back to Panda it went. In it goes for the equalizer for SETU.
Yeah, once again, Jamingo unfortunately just can't get that back ball. Good touch for the read to hit it back to Panda. And I was just about to comment, if you're throwing it over to me, that is looking hopeful at the moment for Trinity, managing to keep this game in their advantage. But SETU do capitalize on that opportunity and add another to their tally. This time it is Panda. Tomster now looking to take this one through the sky, gets the flip reset and hits it over towards the left hand side. Panda now looking to snipe that one in from the left hand side, gets the read, and SETU now, from being 2-1 down, have added 2 back-to-back goals to their tally. Panda just coming down off the wall and reading it with a nice mid shot there to get the angle. SETU now leading 3-2 here. Panda adding a second to his tally. Back to kickoff. That one pinches over to the left hand side of the Trinity half. It's going to go for Shallow now. Trinity now on the back foot. It's going back to Tom. That's going to be an open net, and things have really turned around here. Ever since I was about to comment on how things were going well for Trinity, things have very much been going in the favour of SETU. A block from Splick in the corner. It bounces back in for Tom, who adds his second and the fourth goal to SETU here with 1 minute and 6 seconds here left on the clock.
Yeah, TCD down, but definitely not out, that's for sure. Still a lot of time in this best of 5 series. Shallow taking a touch to the ball, going for the second, and Tom demoing Splick on the back line there. Now Nuss tried to get it. Tom back to Shallow, plays it up to the back wall. Tom not quite able to connect with it, and Panda coming in strong with that challenge. Shallow takes a beautiful touch to it, and in it goes in the bottom right corner. TCD's defense just not able to reach their fingers out a little bit more and get a touch to it. And in it goes. 5-2 now with 40 seconds left on the clock. I think it's all but confirmed that SETU will take this game one, but you know, stranger things have happened. A good demo off kickoff from Splick there. Jamingo on the ball, tries to play it over to Nuss, but intercepted by Panda. Panda getting a touch, sending it to the back wall. Tom trying to get a touch, but 2 defenders from TCD getting a stop to it. Shallow taking a touch to the ball. Jamingo gonna cut that. Back to Nuss it went. Danger not gone just yet, but Nuss once again getting a body in the way. Jamingo playing it to SETU's corner now. Trying to play it in mid for a teammate, but nobody quite there to intercept that one. Split gonna get a touch to it, and Panda gonna play it off the ceiling. Down as far as Nuss.
He does get it in though. That's actually good for a bit of confidence for Trinity. Nuss does get the maybe open net, but Thompson does manage to recover, get back into net, but just can't read that slot over to the right hand side. SETU here taking game 1 in this best of 5, and things definitely swung in favor of SETU from being 2-1 down to being a 5-3 ahead, getting 4 goals back to back. They take the win here in game number 1. Welcome to Irish Esports Collegiate Series 2 Splick. Of course, maybe not the first game you want to be against SETU, but we've all had our experience of that, like when I played back in Collegiate back in the day, having to play against the Waterford side, which is now SETU, playing against Solo and the boys, getting absolutely demolished. We've all been there, but nevertheless, maybe a little bit more hopes going into this game number 2. Still not much to see yet from Splick, maybe just finding his feet in this game, but we move now into game number 2. Gib and SETU here looking to start this one off strong and maintain the momentum they have from the latter half of that first game.
Yeah, SETU are going to be wanting a quick 3-0 for themselves, but I think for TCD, Nuss getting that beautiful flick there on the 0-second goal might have put a little bit of confidence in them that they can take goals off SETU. They know they can do it, and that is just more proof in the pudding. Jamingo trying to play it to a teammate, but Shallow getting in the way of that. Tom sends it over to Shallow, and Panda also went for that ball, but you know, nothing came of it just yet. Nuss playing it into the corner now. Panda trying to get a touch to it. Tom, good boost steal, popping it up over 2 of the TCD players, 3 of the TCD players, but Nuss getting back just in time to stop that ground pinch from going in. Nuss trying to play it out of the danger zone. Jamingo managing to get the clearance back as far as Shallow it goes, passing it to Tom coming off the sidewall, and Nuss up to meet him, get the stop there. A good double demo from Shallow, but can SETU capitalize on it? No. Jamingo gonna make sure that the danger is cleared for the time being. Panda on the ball now, sending it to the back wall. Splick gonna get a demo on Shallow there, popping it up high for Nuss, and Tom coming in strong with that challenge. Nuss trying to get another touch on it, but not quite able to manage it. Yeah, it seems back to being, you know, counterattack, but nothing quite going in just yet.
Yeah, I think SETU here going for their standard playbook here at the moment, looking to do some as nice a play as they can and maybe pre-jump each other a little bit, because I think they know at this point that maybe they might have a little bit of the upper hand, seeing as how that first game went. But the game isn't over until they do get a goal on the board or expand their lead to a certain distance. But one goal on the board here for SETU. It's Tomster getting his goal, the third goal of the series. Back to kickoff now. Jamingo is met in the middle of the field. That one is bouncing back towards an open net, but Nuss tries to go for a Doom Psycho potentially on the back wall, but doesn't make contact with it. Jamingo tries to pass it into the mid. Shallow though, looking to go low. Tries to get around Nuss, but just can't. Doesn't have enough boost to try and get this one out though. Panda's got to filter this one back to his teammate. He has 60 boost, enough boost maybe not to get across the entire map, but can get a flip reset and can get it over, and Tom is just waiting there for it to avail of that opportunity. But this might be an opportunity now for Trinity. Panda does demo, and Jamingo hits into the middle. This is left for Nuss. Panda is there to block it, hitting it now over to the left hand side. Shallow looking to redirect. Can Splik get a touch? It's saved by Nuss on the line, and now SETU are really throwing everything they can at this just to try and expand their lead. Panda now cutting off the play. Two Trinity players are one back, and there's a double commit from SETU. No one there though to capitalize on it, as Tomster now is going to take this one across the field. And yeah, Gib, it's just a lot of kind of backwards play here. That one might be going in. Panda can get it, and Nuss does get the redirect as SETU now lose out here by Nuss, as Panda just going across the air there can make contact with it. Nuss adds the first goal here to the tally of TCD, 1-1 now apiece.
Yeah, even Stevens level pegging once again, but SETU are definitely trying to get some more creative plays going, is what it's looking like. Nuss just not quite able to connect with that ball, and in it goes over him. Unfortunate from the side of TCD. Yeah, Shallow just sending that home. Nuss no boost to his name and just couldn't quite get a touch to it, keeping it out. But very quick goal from the SETU side. 1 minute and 54 seconds left on the clock. TCD potential to tie up the game. Splik getting a touch to it, but Tom gonna cut that play out in the midfield. Shallow getting a nice touch to it, trying to play it out of the corner. Jamingo coming in strong with that challenge. Tom taking a touch to the ball, sending it to the back wall. Nuss getting a touch to it, but not out of danger just yet. Panda trying to pass it down to himself, but Nuss going to intercept that ball. Back into the mid it goes. Nuss chasing it down, picking up that corner boost in the process. Brings it up into the air. Goes for the reset. Doesn't quite use it. Not sure if he got it though. Jamingo trying to back pass it down to Nuss, but Panda waiting patiently for that ball to come his way. Tom getting a touch to it, getting bumped off the ball. Splik getting a touch, sending it into SETU's corner, where Shallow is going to pick it up, get the reset, and back towards TCD side of the pitch. And Splik able to keep it out for the time being, but Shallow just coming in with that second touch, going to open up that scoreline. 3-1 to SETU now. A good defensive play from Splik, and just wasn't able to recover for the second.
Yeah, good touch to try and get it as far over as he could, but just managed to hit that top right corner and bounce back into the center. And Shallow was there waiting to capitalize on that opportunity. 2 shots from 2 goals for him, as Tomster now is looking to redirect the one back in the middle. And you were mentioning earlier about whether or not Jamingo got a flip reset. Now that we have the flip reset indicator, I don't believe he actually did. I'm not sure whether you have that enabled or not, or if it's actually enabled on the stream, but I don't believe he did get that flip reset, so it's a little bit of a added help to know for the future whether or not the flip reset did come in. But back to the game now. Nuss trying to clear this one out. 2 goals the difference here for SETU and TCD. TCD now going to be looking at a potential reverse sweep opportunity if they can get it. That one's going to be sniped in and pushed through though by Nuss with 14 seconds here left on the clock. Jamingo just tries to hit that one over to the middle, and Splik with a good push through, and Nuss just throwing everything they can at it. They've absolutely nothing to lose being 2 goals down and 16 seconds left on the clock, and they get one here over the line. What can they do here in this last 14 seconds? Tomster takes out both of their players, and what can Nuss do? He does save it on the line and just trying to get something true, but Nevertheless, it goes back into the middle of the field, and that's going to be it, unless Trinity can pull something out here. Jamingo tries to get a good touch on that, can't get it. It's over to Shallow, back to Panda. It's still in the air and trying to keep it up, but SETU here once again take game number 2, game number 1 as well by them. So 2-0 here in games for SETU. Looking strong in this game. Panda topping the scoreboard, getting MVP though with no goals, so strong performance by him, 2 assists and 2 saves across the mark. But TCD now facing down the barrel of a reverse sweep SETU, as they have been in so many times before in this Irish Esports Collegiate Series. They are looking at a sweep here and looking to cement their mark here as remaining on the top of the leaderboard in Premier Division so far. Back now into game number 3. Will Trinity able to pull one back and keep this series alive, or will SETU finish it in 3?
Yeah, that is the question that the next 5 minutes are going to determine. We know that TCD have been able to take games off of SETU in the past. Jamingo, a beautiful play from him, and just gonna knock that in. Beautiful piece of solo attacking prowess there, getting the second touch, and just gonna send it home to open up a very early goal. 1-0 to TCD. Potential. I'm not gonna curse anything, but there is potential here. Splik a good 50 off that kickoff. Now back to Panda it goes.
Yeah, they're kind of just throwing everything they can at it at the moment. It's a big commit there by Trinity to try and start a play here, but Nutsnag gets a good touch. It's up for Shallow. Uses his flip to try and regather himself in the air. Trying to get a quick shot off here. SETU, but that one goes high in the sky over Splik. Can he get his first goal in the Esports Collegiate Series? Yes, he can. Well, first goal to my knowledge. I haven't seen Splik before in my 5 years of being around, but if this is his first goal, great series to get it in and a great time to get it. 2-0 here in game number 3. Trinity is starting off much better in this game than they have in their previous 2 goals here in the first 50 seconds of Splik here, looking for the bump, but Shallow now looking to take a solo play, looking to go low. Can he get it through Jamingo? Yes, he can. Just showing why their SETU are so dominant and how strong their players are. Just tries to go high, goes low, and just gets the flip and just doesn't even need to use it. Nuss can't get back to it, and SETU half that deficit back to 1 goal.
Yeah, only a minute gone and we've already seen 3 goals from both these teams. Nuss on the ceiling, gets the reset, I heard it that time, but just bouncing in. That was unexpected.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here, but miss, Tom bumps Shallow, and then Tom can't make the save. Right, interesting. So this is Tom who made day 3 RTS. Right, let's see. Hopefully we don't be seeing that kind of stuff too often from SETU, but nevertheless, these things do happen, these little mistakes do happen. Nevertheless, I'm sure they will answer back in a strong fashion, but whether or not Trinity can answer back is another question. Just as I'm saying that, they do try to capitalize on it. Splik now looking to start another play here. It's back to Jamingo, and Nuss now is going to get bumped out of the way by Tomster, and Tomster makes up for that error and just absolutely clears the SETU line out of it. Solo play for him, pushes it through Jamingo, absolutely denies Nuss any opportunity of getting it, and answers back from that prior mistake, answers back in strong fashion, and once again deficit back here to 1 goal. 3-2 here to Trinity, 2-0 in series to SETU. Still all to play for at the moment as Jamingo now looking to get a backport where he does drop it down. Oh, it's a miss by Splik on the line. Oh, I was looking so well for him in this game, getting his goal earlier on, but so unfortunate to not be able to solidify that one. It would have been a 2-0 lead here, a 2-goal lead here for Trinity. Oh, so unfortunate here for Trinity not to get that one through, but nevertheless, still a 1-goal advantage here. As oh, what the hell is going on in this game? I have absolutely no idea, but can we just watch that one more time, Gib? Splik gets a goal on the board, but goes for a flip reset low. Shallow hits it down to, I believe, Panda. Yeah, I think if SETU just weren't like so unlucky at the moment, I think it would be 2-2 at the moment. But I really have no words for how this series is going. If SETU win, they definitely won't admit it easy on themselves.
Yeah, I think the only way you can categorize that is as unlucky, just Panda in the wrong place at the wrong time and knocking it in. Split getting the credit, 2 goals to his name now. He's going to be happy with that, but going to definitely be searching for more with that boosted confidence. Passes it to Jamingo, but Jamingo not quite able to connect with the ball. Panda popping it up now for himself. Going to be taking it down to TCD's side of the pitch. Gets it all the way to the back wall, and Nuss going to play it, but a double commit, it looked like, from the side of TCD there. And in it goes. Tom showing why he got to that day 3 RLCS. Just taking it, bouncing it off the wall, picking up that mid boost, going to pop it over Splick, and in it goes. 4-3 to SETU now. And 1 goal between these two teams with 2 minutes left on the clock. It's anyone's game.
Yeah, the sheer speed of Tumster there, just beating out the Trinity player. 7 goals in this series, 7 shots for Trinity, and only 3 shots, 3 goals though for SETU. They are converting as Panda saves a bullet of a shot from the Trinity half. Shallow now looking to do another solo play here. Can he get that off the back wall? No, he can't. Tomster, though, was waiting to try and get a bump. That one is floating high in the sky. Jamingo can't get a touch, but Splick there was just, I believe, flipping across the net and can't get a touch. Now no one there for him. Was unfortunately passing it over to Tomster. And if Trinity are going to win any game, I would really imagine that this would be the game. I think everything has kind of gone in their favor this game. So if anything is to happen for them, it would be this game. But SETU are just showing how well they've done the past 2 games, even when things aren't going their way. They can capitalize on this opportunity. Not sure what happened there. I think Jamingo was trying to do a flip reset, and then Nos just kind of tried to take the ball off him. GCD now SETU leveled the game here, and that one might go in. It's over just to the side. Nos can get a save on the line. 4-4 here. 8 goals in this game. Could go any way, but Panda is looking to flip this one over. Saved by Splick, and that might be an open net for Nuss. He doesn't have enough boost to make a play off it. Shallow, though, will drop it down on the... It will be there. No, they won't. Everything is going just in the favor at the moment of TCD, but SETU are answering back with every opportunity. Can Shallow get a redirect off this? No, he can't. And it's up for Nuss now. Trying to start play. Gets a flip reset. Can he go low? Can't get it under. Give 45 seconds here left on the clock. I think the next goal could potentially win it, but if Trinity get a goal, I believe SETU will answer back not too long after. It just depends on how close to the 0-second mark either team can get a goal.
Yeah, well, just as I was about to say something, Shallow coming in very strong with that double. Panda playing it up to him and just knocking it down just behind us. Unfortunate there for TCD. 5-4. We've had 9 goals in this one game, in this best of 5. They've definitely given us a lot to talk about, that's for sure. Panda trying to play it as far as Splick, who's passing it all the way back up to Nuss. Nuss getting the reset, trying to play it over to Jamingo, and Shallow getting the line save there, and Splick just going to capitalize on the loose ball and knock it in for the equalizer. 10 goals in this game now, and neither team is looking like they're going to slow down anytime soon. 16 seconds left on the clock. Another kickoff for the 11th time this evening. Tom trying to get a nice touch on that one, but just a high. Shallow popping it up, but Splick coming in strong, getting the clearance as far as Jamingo. The countdown is on. It's looking like there could be a potential here for an overtime, and there it is, the first overtime of the evening in Game 3.
Yeah, what a game so far this has been. If only all the previous games have been as entertaining as this one, you guys would have been in for a treat. But luckily, TCD have managed to bring this into an overtime, and Splick, the hat-trick hero, making his name known in this series. And Shallow now looking to set one. Can he get another double tap? It's saved by Nuss on the line. That was a great double tap from him earlier. Panda now looking to start one off. It's left for Jamingo, who decides to boom that one forward. Shallow almost redirects it back into his own net. Splik now is dropping that one down for Panda. Panda, a boost to his name, gets one flip reset, gets another. Can he push it through? Nosto denies that opportunity. Shallow, good composure to bring that ball onto the side of the wall. Tomster trying to take him out of it, but that one goes back into the corner. Jamingo now looking to try and start a demo play here, but Splik, good attempt by him to stop that passage of play. That one's back to Splik, can't get a touch in it. Oh, it's back to Jamingo and Panda now. Can Panda get a redirect? Can't get it in. Oh, it's left for Shallow. He hits it too high. Can one of the SETU players get back to it? Jamingo is there, and Splik, the double commits are coming out. They are throwing everything they can at this to stay in the game. Tomster gets a high flick. Jamingo saves it over to the right hand side. That one's dropped down for Shallow, and Jamingo clears him off the pitch. Panda gets it across, but Tomster can't get back to it. A minute and 30 seconds here gone in this overtime. Still plenty left on this one. Can get a goal here. Nos gets a demo on the line. Splik hits it back into the middle. No one's there. Will anyone be there for it? Oh, there's two players left. Nos now trying to get a touch. Shallow there waiting in the right position. Tom, as he has done so often, gets a demo. Oh, and he can't get it through. That one might sail through, and it's saved on the line by Splik. Gets it in. Oh, what a pre-jump save by him. And Splik now gets the pinch. Oh, so close. Imagine the pinch only gone in, Gib. We would be lost for words here in the casting booth. Splik now. If there's only one person to score in this game, it has got to be Splik. Panda low, looking for the redirect on the back wall. Can't get it through, Gib. I'm going to give it over to you to see, hopefully, will there be a goal in this next passage of play.
Yeah, it's pandemonium from both sides. Both teams just trying to get the play going, trying to get those goals for themselves. Tom flicking it over to Panda, but Jamingo in to stop it. Shallow touches it, and in it goes! SETU are going to take this game 3, but it was a valiant effort from the side of TCD this game.
Yeah, oh, what a series. What a series. It's unfortunate for Trinity. They did so much towards the end of that game, but SETU remain dominant. And yeah, they didn't make it easy for them in that game number 3. If only they had managed to kind of be as offensively pressurizing to them throughout the rest of the series. But it was very much anytime Trinity got any opportunity to kind of go ahead, SETU answered back. And even when things weren't going their way, SETU managed to find a way to get back in. What a first game here, Gib, of the night. And we have more to bring you. Our next game coming up should be, I don't think anything has changed, it should be University of Ulster versus UCD Leviathans. So don't go anywhere. We will be back shortly for game number 2 of the evening.
Hello and welcome back to Ireland Esports Collegiate Series. We have another game for you lined up here at Rocket League. I'm not sure that's the way you
Been
say
a
it,
long
but
night.
it's we had quite the game three last time. SETU versus Trinity. That was put us through our paces. Definitely brushed off the cobwebs after taking a week off last week for St. Patrick's Day. Jacko, how about you introduce the game we have in store for you all now?
Yeah, so cutting to the chase, it's Ulster Unicorns against UCD Leviathans. So Ulster, we have Elite Luca. Will this be down as Luca? And we have Zoet. And then for UCD Leviathans, we have Lalo, Luca, and Erosi. So yeah, we've seen these players. I believe we saw them play before. I don't know if we saw these two teams play against each other in the preliminary tournament, but scores wise, it was 3-0 to Ulster in that series back in round 3 of the preliminary tournament. But what's there to be seen now as we move into this one? And just, of course, to reiterate once again, Luca without the X is, of course, Luca for Ulster Unicorns. So back in here to the game. It's Lalo now trying to start here, but just Elite now trying to pass that one over. But actually, no, I don't think it's Zoed. It's a Jasper, I believe, actually, nevertheless. I was confused as I believe they reacted to the message in Captain's chat, but I think it's Jasper, actually. So I don't believe we've seen Jasper as of yet. So we'll see how this one goes. It's looking to go in here for Luca. Get the save. Erosi gets the first goal on the board here. Gets a... Oh, I thought he got a redirect here. Oh, it was a redirect. I was wondering what happened there, but it was an Ulster Unicorns redirect going back towards their own net. UCD here taking the first goal of the game.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there for Ulster Unicorns. Their own redirect leading to a goal. Luca just not able to connect with it. It's going to be very confusing talking about Luca in this game, as we have Luca with a C and Luca with a K. Apologies. Both Lucas have an A in them, of course. Jesper, just to clarify, Zoet is their captain, but Jasper is filling in this evening. In case anybody is wondering, Jasper getting a play going, but Elite not able to get to the ball in time. Luca with a C now, getting a bump off the ball. Erosi on the ball now, but can't get it past Jasper. Ulster Unicorns trying to get something going. They're one goal down at the moment. Lalo on the ball now. Very little boost. Gonna play for the 50, but paying off for Luca, passing it back to Jasper now. Luca up for the ball. Doesn't quite connect with it, but other Luca does. Elite trying to play it over the UCD players. Good demo from Jasper coming out there. Fuse that pressure a little bit. Passing it from Elite down to Jasper, but just a little high there. Luca with a C up for the ball. Lalo waiting patiently on the back wall. Bounced down to Jasper, but nothing comes of it. Lalo managed to get the clearance bumped off the ball by Elite. Luca getting a touch to it, taking it off the sidewall. Goes in with a shot, and in it goes past his arch nemesis, I feel like, in this game.
Luca gets it past Luca here. But yeah, you were saying earlier Luca with an A. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they both have an A in them. Oh no, you're right. No, they do. They both have an A in their name. I was wondering. We've Luca with a C and Luca with a K. I think you meant. So yeah, arch nemesis streak has began. Luca for UU has gotten the first goal here for Ulster Unicorns on the board in this best of 5. You're just joining us right now. Earlier you missed SETU beat 3-0 Trinity College Dublin Ducks in a rather interesting game 3 overtime. Elite now looking to push this one through. Jasper now trying to get that one over the line. Can't get it through. Luca now trying to pass it over. Lalo trying to get it clear. Elite now can't get a touch in it. Jasper trying to push it one through here. Elite hits it over to the middle. Lalo now trying to clear that one now. Trying to start an air dribble now. Erosi trying to get back to that, but Luca now is going to try and start a play. How much boost does he have? My scoreboard won't update, but doesn't get it through though. Erosi now trying to go low, hits it over to Lalo. Jasper looking for a touch there in the middle of the field, and Lalo looking for a snipe here on the left hand side. As I mentioned earlier, it was in fact Ulster Unicorns who won 3-0 here in this game when we met in the preliminary tournament. And so far, UCD here showing a strong showing here so far. 2-1 to hit them here in this game. 3 shots. They have 3 shots, of course, from 2 goals from that redirect earlier from Elite. Erosi now on the ball, waiting for Luca to make a play here, but Luca now clears it over. Elite now trying to hit a play into the middle. Lalo hits it over to Jasper, who's trying to start something, but maybe can't get it through, and gotta be a shot here for Luca. Luca also in net, can't get it through, and Jasper is there for the follow-up, and UU now manages to draw it here. I couldn't think of the right word for it. They managed to level the game here. Finally, my words have come back to me. Jasper here now levels the game here with a follow-up in 1 minute and 29 seconds here left on the clock. Gabe 2-2 here apiece. So far, an action-packed game.
Yeah, anybody's game just yet. Ulster University throwing everything they could at that goal line to get that equalizer in. I saw a double commit from them, but they ended up prospering from it in the end. Luca now taking the ball up high, gets it past Elite, but off the crossbar it came. Now Luca plays it over Lalo. Can he get it to the backboard? He does, and teammate there, Jasper, getting a touch to it, just not able to get it past the defender there. Luca with a K now, can't quite get the second touch, and Erosi going for it, but Luca back to Lalo now. Jasper getting in the way of that ball. Elite gonna follow it up as well. Gonna get the touch to it. Luca with a K now, sending it back to Ulster's side of the pitch, and Jasper not quite able to connect with the ball, but nobody there to capitalize on that unfortunate mistouch. Elite getting a touch to it now, trying to play it past one. Luca coming in strong with that challenge. Trying to play the 50. Jasper now playing it to the sidewall. Going for the sidewall read. Didn't quite get the power he wanted on that. Erosi trying to get out of the corner. Luca going to get a demo on that back line. One defender out of the way for the time being. Tries to pass it down to Jasper, but the side of UCD just getting the clearance all the way back to Ulster Unicorns' side of the pitch. 10 seconds left on the clock. Potential here for one of these teams to score, but still looking like it might be an overtime for them. Jasper going up for the touch, gets it past to Luca, but Luca getting in the way of that, and it is going to be the first overtime of this best of 5 series.
Yeah, first overtime of the series, second overtime of the night. Which team here will take the first game here in this series and set the pace for the remainder of the series? Lalo now looking to start it over. Luca tries to get a shot off, but saved by other Luca. And now Luca is trying to get a ball going into that other half. Gets a touch around Lalo. Luca now from UCD trying to get it through here. Elite clears it off. Erosi now can hit that over to the left-hand side. Lalo will get a touch, but it's met by Jasper from UU. Back to the middle of the field. Erosi now getting a clear. It would be great if there was one player there from UCD, but the only person there is a player from UU as Lalo now tries to get the one through. Luca, though, is going to be in a 1v1 situation, 1v2. Can he push it through both? No, he can't. It's back over to Erosi, who can't take a quick shot off. Hits it straight to Jasper. Gets a demo on Elite, and that's going to be a pass over to the left-hand side. No one is there to answer. Now we have Luca trying to start a play here, but demos are coming out across the field. And Jasper now trying to keep the ball in that UCD Leviathan's half. Back for its hit here by Luca to try and keep the play going. Met in the middle. Pinch there from Jasper. Sending it over to Lalo. Can he get a touch? Luca's here quick for it. Can they snipe it in the bottom left corner? Everyone is missing it here. Erosi now trying to get a clear here. It looks like Ulster are just on the offensive pressure here, and they're just trying to get something through here. 14 shots from them, only 6 shots from UCD. It seems like it's going Ulster's way. Can they finally push something through here? Or will UCD be able to break out and capitalize on an over push opportunity from Ulster? All is yet to be seen, Gabe. 1 minute and 48 seconds gone here in this overtime.
Yeah, Erosi going to take a touch to that, but only as far as Luca it went, trying to play it out of the corner, putting it into the danger zone, but Luca with a K, getting a touch to it. Jasper keeping it in keeping that pressure going, and Lalo needs to connect with that ball, and Luca over he went. Lalo managing to get the touch to it, making sure to keep it out of that danger zone. Counter attack is on, but just fizzling out there from Jesper, getting a touch to it. Now Elite sending it, soaring off the crossbar, and out it came. It could have been the goal to secure them the win in this first game, but out it is for the time being. Jasper getting a touch to it, playing it over one. Luca coming in strong with that, sending it to the backboard. Lalo trying to keep it out of the play. Luca getting that corner boost, and Elite trying to play it out of the corner. Danger now. Erosi needed to get that touch and managed to get it off. Luca coming in with that challenge, getting the 50, and back to Luca with a K, and Elite getting a touch to it, clearing the danger for the time being. Double commit on the back wall there from Lalo and Erosi, and Luca with a K, a beautiful save, clipping it off the post and out for the time being. 3 minutes into this overtime. We're closing in very fast on a full game being played, and it is still 2-2 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, nice fake there from Erosi, trying to get a play going here on the UCD side, but UCD have yet to add a shot tally since I've last mentioned it. 2 more have been added to the UU side. They're pushing and they just can't seem to get a goal through here. Lots of high scoring points here across the save, but 10 saves for UCD, putting up a defensive masterclass here. Can they push something through here? Lalo is going to get that touch, waits for the touch, is going to try and go low. Can he get the fake out? Can he get around the UU player? No, he can't. Luca and Jasper now both in the corner. Lalo trying to get a bump, can't get it done. Erosi now hits that one, but it goes back towards the middle of the play. Elite though is over there in the corner. Now it's back to Lalo, tries to go low, and that one's pushing through. It's back to Elite though, who hits it high into the sky. Not many kind of passing plays coming out too much at the moment. Kind of boomer ball from both teams, just trying to get the ball up into the opposing half and get it out of their own. It's over to Luca. They're trying to get a pinch play going. Is there any boost spawning in the corner? It's a big pinch from the UCD player, but Jasper now managed to capitalize on the opportunity. Can he get around and get the shot off? Hits it wide. It might have worked in his favor if someone was there, but it's saved though by the UCD player. Erosi now trying to push that one through here. Elite trying to get the demo on the player, sitting waiting for boost. And as you were saying, Gib, we're just about to reach another whole game of Rocket League being played here in this overtime, and no one has been able to break through here. Great showing here from both teams. Luca trying to push that one through. Lalo gonna try and get a block in the corner, but he just can't as Luca gets bumped in the sky. Can Jasper be there for it? No, he can't, but it does go over to the side, and it's going to go floating back out to Erosu. Gets a good redirect touch, but it's going to be saved by Elite, and if Elite didn't save it, Jasper would have been there. And Jasper now trying to get a play going into the middle of the field. It's going to be there for Luca, who can't get a strong enough touch around it. Gib, 5 minutes gone now in this game, and still nothing to be seen.
Yeah, no goals scored. There's been a couple of opportunities for Ulster University. They've been very strong on their attacking play, but UCD have been that much stronger on their defensive. Luca taking the ball up in the air, Lalo up to meet him, manages to get a touch, but Jasper cleaning up in the midfield, trying to pass it back to Luca, gets a second touch to it, but Luca with a K managing to stop it for the time being. Luca with a C, trying to pass it down to a teammate in the mid. Jasper getting a touch to it, sending it back as far as Erosi, and now trying to double back on himself. Erosi getting a touch to it, bumping Luca in the process, and Elite going to clear that danger for the time being. Can he manage to get a pass off to Jasper? Goes for the musty flick, but doesn't quite work out in his favor. Lalo taking the ball up high now, has teammates in the wings waiting. Elite managing to get a stop to that ball just in time. Luca off the back wall, gets the reset, goes for the musty as well, but Lalo going to clean up shop, get the clearance back as far as Jasper, who's going to go in for that 50, and danger here, but Luca swooping in to make sure this overtime isn't ending anytime soon. Back to Lalo in the midfield it goes, and Luca up for that ball. Erosi getting a touch to it, making a stop, stopping it from becoming a goal. Erosi now playing it back into the mid, playing it over Jasper, but Elite able to get a touch to it. Lalo trying to keep that pressure building, and Elite sending it back into the other corner now. Luca getting a touch to it, bringing it out into the midfield, clearing that danger for the time being, but can't get a second touch to it. A strong challenge from his teammate coming in there. Elite going up high to meet the UCD defender there. 7 minutes into this overtime and not looking like either of these teams are going to be giving up anytime soon. Jesper with a beautiful stop there. Luca with a K taking it out of the corner, trying to play it past Jesper, but Jesper getting a beautiful 50. Elite trying to get a touch to it, clear the danger. Jasper going to be the one to do it in the end, sending it out into the midfield, but Lalo up to meet him. Luca with a C in the corner now, back to Elite, getting a touch, but maybe not the one he wanted, and Luca having to double back with 0 boost to get a touch to that. Now on full boost, playing it to himself, goes low, tries to drop it down into the corner, but Lalo managing to get a touch to it, keep it out of danger's way for the time being. It is just back and forth at the moment, nearly 8 minutes into this overtime.
Yeah, 2 is the number here. 22 shots for University of Ulster, and they just can't get anything through here. 15 saves here for UCD, and just UCD aren't getting anything really through here on the other side. Ulster are just capitalizing on every opportunity that they can, but they just can't seem to get anything through here, Gib. Just neither team, even when UCD are on the offensive, they just can't seem to get anything through at all. Erosi now, that one is set up for Elite. Can Jasper get the redirect in? No, it's hit over the line, hit over to the side by the UCD player. Elite now trying to hit that one back into the middle of the field. That might be a shot over, and it would have been potentially an open net. Can't get it through. Maybe the first slip we've seen from Ulster. Look at their further shot, and he gets it in. Oh my God, finally gets it through. That is, I believe, 24 shots from Ulster. 7 from Luca, 8 from Jasper, 7 from Elite, and they finally score on the 24th attempt. I can't even count how many shots they had in that last final 8 minutes or 9 minutes of play. I believe at least maybe 9 or 10, I think, counting from the tally back. Yeah, what a game from both teams there, but well done to University of Ulster, who do get it over the line in that extended overtime. Oh, take a minute before we move on to game number 2. If that hasn't set the table for what is going to be shown in the series, it does seem that this may not just be a straight trio sweep as we saw in the preliminary tournament. UCD have maybe refined since then and have improved since all the games they have played, but nevertheless, if games can be this close all the way on, we're in for a treat, Gib.
Yeah, it's looking like it might be a long night. That being said, Elite going to open up the scoreline very quickly. Luca trying to play it past Lalo. Gets the bump, and Elite just going to slot that home into the back of UCD's net. Apologies, 1-0 with 6 seconds taken off the clock. But yeah, it's going to be close if UCD can match the pace that they had in that first game. In that 8 minutes 40 second long overtime, it's gonna be a long evening for both teams. That's for sure. Luca managing to take that into the corner now, getting a touch off it, off the ceiling. Gets a touch to it, but no boost to really capitalize on that situation. Jasper up to meet that ball, trying to play it out of the corner, play it into the mid for a teammate, but Erosi getting a touch to it. Luca coming in strong with that challenge. Lalo gets it back into the corner. Elite trying to pop it out to a teammate that wasn't there, and double commit from UCD on that back line. Both players trying to get a touch to the ball. Lalo managed to play it out as far as Elite now. Luca gets a touch to it, tries to pass it to Lalo, but not quite. Ulster University going to shut that down. Now potential here for another counter-attack. Luca flicks it over one, but Luca with a C manages to get the stop on that one just in time. 0 boost to his name now, trying to pass it out to a teammate. Erosi's going to pass it out as far as Luca with a K. Jasper trying to get a touch, but ends up getting a bump on Luca with a K. Erosi trying to play it past Elite. Lalo picking up that ball, playing it past one. Luca taking it up high, gets the reset, goes for the musty, and in it goes! Just under the crossbar for a 2-goal lead now for Ulster Unicorns.
Yeah, gets the flick there from Luca. Nice piece of solo play, and University of Ulster coming out swinging after that Game 1 extended overtime victory. They're setting the score here from the very start. 2 goals here in the first minute and 30 seconds. back now to the passage of play, and it's Elite now hitting that one over to Luca with a K, trying to pinch it out, but another UCD player is there forward. Jasper now trying to get another touch. So we have to score here in this game. That's a third for University of Ulster. Luca with a C, adding a second to his tally. Couldn't very much see what happened there because of the demo, but it is Luca with a K taken off the field. That's Luca with a C scores. So back here to kickoff. University of Ulster now extend their lead to 3 goals in this game number 2, already winning 1 game in this series. Luca now looking to hit that one over on the side as Lalo trying to get a bump on the University of Ulster player. UU now on the back foot as Lalo now tries to get a quick touch off. It's there for Elite, who tries to get a pop-off touch, and it's a good pass, maybe over, but it's going to go back to Elite now, who maybe doesn't have enough boost. I'm going to leave it for Erosi. He's going to try and hit that one over, and Luca, though, with speed, gets it over, tries to redirect that one back in. It's going to be there for Jasper, who will score a 4th. Gets it through. With you'd almost find it hard to believe that these teams went to a near 10-minute overtime in game number 1, because Ulster are dominating in this game number 2. No shots and no saves for University College Dublin Leviathans, barely breaking 100 points or any member of the team, and that one might just sail in, just as I'm saying that. Erosi gets the first goal on the board, now only trailing by 3 goals. Gib.
Yeah, 3 goals to get 2.5 minutes. It's not impossible, but if UU Ulster University manage to keep this pressure going, that they have this kind of dominant performance, we could be looking at an even wider score gap between the 2 teams. Luca trying to pop that out for a teammate. Now Luca on the ball, Lalo getting a touch to it, back to Erosi. They're trying to pile on that pressure, get the counter-attacking motion going. Elite getting a pass from Jasper there, trying to play it into the corner. Luca with a K, trying to get a touch to that ball, but Luca with a C going up high for it. Jasper getting a second touch to it, passing it back to Elite, but Luca with a K going to capitalize on that, going to make sure that the ball isn't cleared just yet. Lalo comes in strong for that challenge against Elite. Luca with a K up, and Luca with a C as well. Erosi going to cut that danger just in front of his goal line. Luca with a C trying to pass it back to a teammate in the mid, but ball drops back to Lalo now. Tries to play it past Elite. Elite managing to get a touch to it. Jasper going to try and get a touch, and Erosi playing that into the box. Now Luca with a K getting a good touch to it. Doesn't have the boost to follow up, and Lalo in with the shot. Elite looking like he may have backflipped into that and knocked it in even further than it was going otherwise.
Yeah, UCD have answered back so far in the kind of latter half here of this game number 2. I was just analysing the play there, and as you mentioned, I think it was Elite in the net who managed to backflip back into that, and Luca now adding a 3 to the UCD tally. They've really answered back here in this last few minutes. Maybe they might have been listening to the stream and heard me mentioning how neither of them had any saves or any shots. They still have no saves, but they have a shot apiece and they've scored a goal apiece. So they've answered back in nice fashion so far. Not much to be seen from Ulster though in these last few passages of play. It's been all UCD who shaved that deficit back down to 1 goal. Luca now trying to get that out of his half. Can they get another goal here and maybe send it to another overtime, or will Elite get a solo play here and get it over? Can get over 1, but can't get a pass. Lalo, who does get the first save of the team here so far. Luca here gets a backflip play, tries to 50 it in the middle of the field. Luca now with a C trying to add a 3rd to his tally, and he does. He gets a hat-trick to his name, extending that lead once again to 2 goals. 3 goals from 3 shots, 2 assists for him. He's been the standout performer in this game number 2, really showing his stance here in the University of Ulster team. 5-3 here to UU, on their way at the moment to take this into a 2-0 lead for them, and still 30 seconds left here on the clock. What can UCD do? They've answered back with 3 goals so far. Can they get another 2 here in the last 20 seconds?
It was looking very close, like we would have had a response there, but UU managing to keep it out of the danger zone for the time being. Elite going to get that clearance. Back as far as Lalo it goes. Jasper getting a touch to it, but back into UCD's player it went. Erosi getting a touch to it, popping it up high, and Jasper just going to cut that play in the mid. Back to Luca with a K now, popping it down for a teammate, and it's looking like it might touch the ground at any moment as Erosi tries to get a touch of it, doesn't quite connect, and that is a second game for Ulster Unicorns in this best of 5. Just one more game to go, and they will close this out for themselves and take home potentially a nice 3-0, which always looks good on the spreadsheet at the end of the day. But UCD, a little slow to get back into the swing of things in that game too, but definitely towards the end of it managed to pull it back, and maybe they just needed a bit of a breather after that almost 10-minute overtime in game 1. 5 minutes on the clock now. This could be the decider as to what happens in the rest of this series. Can UCD bring it back for a reverse sweep, or are Ulster Unicorns going to close the curtains early for them?
Yeah, it was very much UU, it's very much Ulster in that last game, but UCD answered back though with 3 unanswered goals. But then Ulster extended that lead to 5 and ultimately securing them the game to win. What can UCD do differently in this game number 3? Well, what they can do is they can bring out that offensive pressure they had in that previous game from the get-go, when Luca is looking to bring out their offensive pressure from the get-go like they did in game number 2. Him once again here getting a redirect off the backboard. Great speed from him to get that at the crossbar, and back in Erosi cannot read it. Back here now to kick off. Who is going to be going? Where's the ball going to go? Back over to Jasper, who gets a nice opportunity to set it up for himself. Gets it over, gets off the ceiling. Can he push that one through? Lalo though getting it off the line. Luca now trying to get another one in as Luca with a K tries to clear it. That one goes through the middle of the field. It's going to be Jasper hitting it over to Luca, seeing the vision of the play as Luca with a K now gets that one over to Lalo. Tries to get the fake off, but Lalo now is trying to hit that one over to the middle of the field. Erosi trying now to start a play here, but Elite is just stopping that play from Ulster, trying to keep it up in that half. It's back to Jasper now. What can he do? Can he pass it into Elite in the middle? It's an open net at the moment. Can they get another touch in? No, they decide to recycle out. Still only 1 goal here in this game 3. It's going over now to Luca. Jasper is up in the sky. Can he get a read off it? But Lalo gets demoed for his troubles. Does get a touch. It's Luca with a K now, trying to start a play on the UU side, but that one gets pinched across the net. Lalo now looking to go low with this one, but it's read by Elite. Luca now at the back of the field, trying to start a play on the UU side. Luca with a C now, trying to get a pinch to clear that one out. He's been so strong in that game number 2, getting a hat-trick, and he started off strong here as well in this game number 2. Can Luca with a K read that? He had the vision, just couldn't get it through as Lalo now. Can he get a redirect off this wall? Can he get it through? Is there someone there? Yes, there is. Luca with a K for UCD. Levels the game here in 2 minutes and 52 seconds here. Almost half the game gone. UCD now level the game 1-1 apiece here, Gib, and looking a little bit closer this game than it did in the previous one.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 52 seconds left on the clock. That was a good play. I saw Lalo getting a bump on Elite, keeping him from stopping that from going in, and the equalizer came out. Both Lucas have scored now, but which team is going to take this game 3 for themselves? Jasper getting a touch, but only as far as Lalo it goes. Elite managing to clear that out towards a teammate, but not quite able to get his teammate to connect with it. Jasper getting a touch to it, into the corner it goes. Luca with a K getting the clearance back as far as Ulster's side of the pitch. Luca with a K trying to pop it up for a teammate. Erosi going up for it, but just a little bit slow. Managed to get the bump on Elite, but danger not averted just yet for Ulster. Luca, very little boost to his name. Tries to 50 his arch nemesis. Lalo goes in with a shot, and Jasper, I think it was, gets a stop, but danger again. Not clear just yet. UCD mounting that pressure, trying to get something in, and just off Jasper's car. touched the ball and in it went. Unlucky, unfortunate, but UCD gonna take the lead in this game 3.
He wasn't gonna hit it, and I think he got hit by Elite, and Elite, he was backflipping backwards, and he got hit by, I think, Elite into the ball, and that's ultimately what ended up being his demise. But nevertheless, it is UCD who will come out on top in this, out of that passage of play. It's a Rossi now looking to add another to his tally. Can they extend this series and start the reverse sweep, or will University of Ulster solidify their win in 3 games? It's bouncing down in front of the middle of the field. It's going now over to the right hand side. Lucas there for the touch. Can he get another redirect? Hits it back to Elite, who just can't read it. It's a Rossi now in a single play. Can he go low? Can't. Might have been a solo play there, but Luca now is going to leave it for Lalo. As Jasper now is just going to only watch this one go on, as Lalo does get it over here. Will get the 100 boost. Maybe we'll try and clear Luca away from the play. That's what they can do. Luca's been so strong in this game. What can they do? Can they take him off the field and eliminate any opportunity they can? A minute here left on the clock, and UCD are so far looking to send this to game number 4. It's dropping down in front of the UU net, but Luca is clearing it over. Gets another flip reset, gets it over to Elite. Can Elite push it through? Is there anyone there for the follow? No, he's not. Lalo now gets it over to the corner. Will Luca get a block? It's over now to Rose, who gets it up. Lalo is up for the ball. Can he get it through? Yes, he can, and it's a great touch from Lalo with a great follow from him. Let's watch that again. Rose hits it up off the backboard, and Lalo just managed to hit it around Elite, who just can't get to it in time. Lalo adds his 2nd goal to this game. 3-1 now, 2-goal lead here for UCD in this game number 3, where it's looking like it's going to go into a game number 4. What can Luca, what can Elite, and what can Jasper do in this final 25 seconds, Gib?
Yeah, it's looking like whatever UCD are doing is working for them. 2 goals ahead of UU now, and 13 seconds left on the clock. The timer, there it goes. Luca with a K manages to stop that, and Lalo trying to get a touch to it, but Luca with a C going to play it back towards his own teammates. It's looking like UCD are going to take this game 3 for themselves, going to a game 4. Reverse sweep is on the card still, so it's going to be interesting to see if UCD can pull that off. They played very strong for themselves at that game compared to game 2, where they seem to lack that luster that they had in game 1 in that really long overtime, and definitely back in the swing of things. What can Ulster University do for themselves to crush the hopes and dreams of UCD's reverse sweep? Time will tell. In the next 5 minutes, another kickoff for you, game 4. And here we go. Lalo getting the touch better of Luca, getting a good 50 on Jasper as well. And just off the crossbar it came. 3 wide from Ulster University there on the goal line. Luca with a K getting a touch to it, trying to play it around Jasper. Very low boost to his name. Lalo picking up the ball in the corner, but not quite sure what he was wanting to do with it. Rossi managed to get the clearance back as far as Luca with a K gets the pinch down, and Luca with a C managing to keep that out for the time being. Elite not quite getting the clearance he wants, but Jasper going to get it done. Luca with a K now in the corner, full boost to his name. Looking like he's going to go for the ground pinch, but ended up getting a 50 in the end. Back to Lalo it goes, plays it over Elite. Still on the wall, waiting for the touch. There it is, plays it over Jasper. Luca once again getting in the way of that. Elite getting a touch to the ball, clearing it back as far as Rossi. And Luca just managing to get up for that, but the crossbar was going to be the one to make the save in the end. Pressure here from UCD, but Luca managed to get the clearance as far as the midfield. Lalo sends it as far as Jasper. Luca getting a second touch to that. Rossi now on the ball, playing it off the wall. Can he get it into a prime position for Luca to score a goal? And I'm not quite sure who that was that managed to get a touch to it, but it wasn't enough to keep it out. And UCD going to open up the scoreline in this game 4.
Yeah, it was a great attempts there earlier by Luca. I think I wasn't sure if it was 2 or 3 saves he got on the back, but he got a serious amount of defensive play there by him, but it is ultimately UCD who do start this game. I'm not sure if they've started many games here with the first goal. It's mostly been Ulster who've been starting off strong, but Luca once again for UU trying to do a defensive masterclass to keep it out, but he just can't keep it out from Luca with a K. Now it's back into the middle of the field. What can Ulster do to answer back on this? Momentum has definitely shifted a little bit towards UCD, if not a little bit, if not very much. It's definitely shifted towards a bit. It's definitely shifted towards UCD, but Elite now answers back here. They were looking to finish it in 3. Now they're going to be looking to finish it in 4. They do not want to go to this game 5. They do not want to face down losing a reverse sweep. They've already beaten. They beat UCD 3-0 in the preliminary tournament, and so far UCD have shown them that they have remained even stronger than ever, taking so far 1 game off them. And UCD here are looking to send this to game 5. 1-1 now apiece here as Lalo tries to take it out of his own half. Elite there looking for a pinch. Luca is going to try and take this one out, but it's met by Elite. And Rossi now is trying to clear that one out, but Ulster are just on top of them. Jasper hits it up. It's a great piece of play. Is there going to be someone there for the follow-up? Jasper is there. Can't push it through. They make sure they don't overextend here. It goes up in the sky to Luca, but it's back for Jasper, and someone from UCD was beaten out there for the boost, so they weren't able to get to that passing opportunity. Luca goes for the 100 boost instead of going for the ball. Does that prove fatal? It does not. Luca gets it clear. That might be a clear shot for Jasper. Can he get a backboard read and get it in? No, he can't. He hits it too far over to the left. Maybe a prime opportunity there, but he can't get it through. It's over now to Lalo. Will he be met by Elite? It passes it back to Jasper, who misses the ball, but no one is there for the opportunity. It's back to Luca. What can he do here from his own half? Can't get a pass to Lalo, who is already in the air. Erosi now trying to get a touch on it, trying to keep it up in the play. It's back to Luca with a K, and make sure they don't push up too far here. He has a bit of boost. Thought he was maybe looking for the 100 boost there, but someone definitely got it. Luca gets one flip reset, can't get another, and Jasper gets a touch. It's going to be left for Luca with a K, and Luca scrambling for boost here, trying to get something on the ball. But Lalo tries to get a shot over to the right hand side, given a minute 23 here left on the clock. Are we facing into another overtime, or will one team here either send it to game 5 or win it?
Yeah, that is the question that is on everybody's mind at the moment. UCD hunting down goals, and every time they get that much closer, it seems like the counterattack from Ulster is on, and Jasper getting that beautiful touch, the second touch off the back wall, sending it straight to the bottom left corner, going to take them up a goal. 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the clock. Can UCD respond to this? We've seen them do it many a time before, but can they do it now? The pressure is on. Luca in with a shot off the crossbar. It came, and Lalo gonna take a touch on the second attempt there. Jasper hunting Lalo down for that demo, but not quite able to connect with him. Jasper on the ball now, trying to play it out as far as his teammate, but Luca getting a touch to it, sending it back to his own corner. Elite now trying to get a touch, but no boost to his name. Lalo trying to play it past Luca with a C. Luca with a K managed to hit that up high to himself. Gets a second touch, but Elite going to play that off the backboard as far as Erosi. Erosi going to pop it up high for a teammate. Luca and Elite both not connecting with the ball. Jasper looking for the sidewall read, but not enough power coming off that second touch. Erosi now getting demoed in the process, and Elite it's just going to roll into the back of the net for UCD there. A timely demo that plays out from Luca, and managing to secure themselves a 2-goal lead now with 13 seconds left on the clock. They're not out just yet, but it's looking like Ulster University are trying to close out this game 4 and take this series for themselves.
Yes, 5 seconds here left on the clock. UCD have done all they can. They managed to take a game when they were 2 goals down. They shifted momentum in them to win that game number 3, but it goes to University of Ulster at the very end of the game, and they take it here 3-1 in terms of games, and that is a great performance across the board. But well done to University of Ulster, who managed to secure victory here in this game number 4. And it was a strong performance, and I was to pick him out of the match, I would, of course, pick Luca, who was so strong across that team, but everyone kind of stepped up there towards the end, and a strong performance from UCD, but just unfortunately not able to make it over the line, showing a better performance than they did in the preliminary tournament. And unfortunately, that does mark the end of the games for the night. Before we go, though, Gib, would you like to give a word of mention to our very grateful sponsors?
Yeah, I would like to take a moment of your time to thank our wonderful sponsors that make what we do here at Ireland Esports Collegiate Series a possibility. So a big thank you to PlayA, GG Machines, Dogpatch Labs, and of course Red Bull, who I have been sipping on throughout the evening to keep me going from those very intense overtimes we've seen this evening. That will be it from us this week. But be sure to check us out next week for more Rocket League. And of course, there are other games on throughout the rest of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, that you can check out the streams for that here on the Twitch channel. But that will be it from us this week, and we will see you next Tuesday.